Shalom and Chag Sameach. Wow, it's so good to be with you this evening. I'm so glad to be joined by our rabbinic intern and vocalist, Leah Karnow, and her husband, and Shira teacher, musician, Yoni Batat. I'm thrilled. We're both in different cities. Usually we're at least both in Boston. But we're joining you from up and down the East Coast this evening. And this is an incredibly special Shabbat. Not only are we entering Shabbat, not only are we in the midst of the holiday of Passover, of Pesach, and we're entering into the festival mode, to Chag mode of our end of Pesach, end of Passover, but we are delighted to be celebrating the bar mitzvah of Tom Pearl Olshvang. And we're really excited to celebrate Tom with you and your family, Sharon and Meirav and Liam and Dahlia. We're so thrilled to be able to celebrate on this holy Shabbat, this Shabbat and this Chag, this Yom Tov of Pesach, and celebrate your bar mitzvah. So I'm going to invite you. We're going to light the Shabbat and the Yom Tov candles. So it's a different blessing tonight. We're saying the blessing for lighting the candles, sanctifying Shabbat and sanctifying Passover, sanctifying Pesach. And so, Tom, I'm going to invite you to do that, and I am going to share my screen.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו נר של שבת ושל יום טוב.
אמן.
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 ברוך אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת ושל יום טוב.
Amen. We welcome the Shabbat angels, our Shabbat guests, in homes this evening.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Shalem, Malachei Elyonim, Melech Malchei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Shalem, Malachei Elyonim, Melech Malchei Amlachim.
Yismechu. This is a tune we've done before. I think one that Leah and Yoni introduced to our community, and certainly to me. Let the heavens rejoice and the earth exult. We are thrilled to be entering Shabbat this week, to entering again the festival piece, the Chag of Pesach, and be amidst it. And I want to invite you to feel the music. Let yourself feel the music. Get up and dance if you want to. Clap your hands if you want to. We all rejoice together, especially when we get to pray with Yoni and Leah.
ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירום
Beautiful. It's traditional tomorrow on the 7th day of Passover to read the book Song of Songs, to read Shir HaShirim. So we wanted to be sure to bring tonight an excerpt from that book, a favorite, Dodi Li Va'ani Lo. You are beloved. You are my beloved and my beloved, your beloved is mine. Haroeh B'Shoshanim. The shepherd grazing his flock among the lilies. Song, and it speaks of the people of Israel and God. It's a metaphor for the entire book is a metaphor for the people, the Jewish people and God, in this wonderful, wonderful relationship.
Shani שנים. מי זאת עולה מן המדבר, מי זאת עולה, מי זאת עולה מן המדבר, מי זאת עולה. דודי לי ואני לא הרואה בשושנים. דודי לי ואני לא הרואה בשושנים. מקוטרת מור מור ולבנה, מקוטרת מור, מקוטרת בנה מאור ולבנה. דודי לי ואני לא הרואה בשושנים. דודי לי ואני לא הרואה בשושנים.
דודי לי,
דודי לי ואני לא הרואה בשנים. So we're moving into Lecha Dodi, moving through our Kabbalat Shabbat service. And we're going to do a melody tonight that Yoni and I have done before. It's a Yerushalmi melody. Yoni can say another word or two.
There isn't
About
much to
it.
say except that my dad grew up singing this melody in Jerusalem. It was sung in a lot of Mizrahi and Sephardi communities in Jerusalem. And it uses the same musical mode that was traditionally used for Kabbalat Shabbat services by Syrian and Iraqi communities. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת עיני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, עיני שבת נקבלה.
לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקורה ברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה. סוף מעשה
שבת תחילה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני אלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
We greet Shabbat in body and in spirit. Go
Amazing. Shabbat Shalom. I love that melody. Thank you, Yoni and Leah. Take a second to take a deep breath in.
Okay, so I'm going to turn up the sound a little.
Feel your feet on the ground or on the chair. Feel whatever is supporting you, whether it's the floor or a couch or a chair. And smell the smells of Shabbat. Feel the feeling of Shabbat all around you. And feel the anxieties and the stresses of the week leaving you, and breathe in the calm, relaxing Shabbat air, and breathe out the stresses of the week. And we'll take a minute now to introduce ourselves to one another. We'll go into breakout rooms for just a few minutes, an opportunity to say hello to old friends, meet someone new. And if you would like to share anything about how your Pesach, how your Passover has been so far, I invite you to share a memory or something that happened this week that you would like to share. And we'll take just a few minutes and then come back together. If you click join room, you'll be able to join. Amos, do you want to join a room, or Jeremy?
Whoops, I got crashed out somehow.
Oh,
I just
no.
happened to
Here, let me
join the
put
whole
you.
thing.
I got stuck too. I'd like to
Oh
join.
no, so weird. Okay, let me get you guys in rooms.
I didn't click on the thing fast enough.
No worries.
I just wanted me out. That's what I think.
Here, we have a room of 2, so let me.
Jeremy, I would never have it out for you.
Oh, now there's all sorts of people in this.
Oh, here we go.
Jeremy.
Well, this is a nice room. I'll hang out with these people.
Amos, do you want to join a room too? I can't hear you. No?
I'm okay. I'm fine.
Okay.
Too much Judaism this week. Talia, I'm going to Israel in February for a month.
Wow, I'm so happy to hear that.
Yes, to teach a class.
That's great.
I'm really excited. At the
That's great.
University of Haifa.
Thrilled to hear that, Amos. That should be wonderful. Does
Yes.
anyone else in this room want to join a breakout room? I just want to make sure you get into one if you would like to. Okay. And I'm gonna close rooms, and we're gonna come back together. We have a few more minutes in breakout, or 30 more seconds, I guess, in breakout rooms. I'm glad people are having a good time. Folks are slowly starting to rejoin. We'll start back up in a moment. And we'll come together. I hope again you said hello to someone, an old friend, or perhaps got to meet someone new this week. And we'll come together for the call to prayer. I invite you to rise if you are able. Shema. I invite you to close or cover your eyes and really listen to the sounds around you. Recognize the interconnectedness, that we're all one, the interconnectedness of all that exists.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Baruch Shem
kamocha, who is like you, God? This is part of the Song of the Sea, part of the Torah portion that Tom will read tomorrow morning, that we read on this Shabbat of Pesach, on the 7th day of Pesach. And with that, I was inspired by Pesach and wanted to share a poem that I came across during my Seder in the Mishkan HaSeder Haggadah, that I was really struck by, fit in this theme of Pesach, and a little bit in what I will talk about shortly. We're going to talk a bit more about the Song of the Sea. And it's a poem written by Erica Dreyfus. Dayenu. At Passover, we read aloud from the Haggadah, and we mention 4 children. When I was growing up, we laughed, as each found its match around the table. The wise child, the rebellious, the simple. But later, the laughter stopped when we reached the child who is unable to ask. We looked at him, this little boy whose brain and muscles and vocal cords couldn't always communicate. Back then, we didn't know when he'd be able to ask, when he might utter intelligible words, let alone questions, syntactically incorrect as they may still sometimes be. Now he sings Dayenu with all the other children. Elijah smiles, Miriam dances, we applaud. We're going to go into Vishamru, sanctifying Shabbat, remembering that Shabbat is this opportunity for rest, for renewal, and we sanctify it with that. We'll move now into our Amidah prayer, an opportunity to come together in prayer, to really, again, begin together. We'll say the first paragraph aloud, and we'll say, God, help me open my lips so that I can pray, because prayer is hard, and we have the support of one another. We have the support of each other saying this prayer. And then we're going to move into a moment of silent or personal prayer, a moment really to take a minute to close your eyes, to think, to go deep inside your heart and think about what is it that you're really needing to pray for right now. And we'll take that moment and think about the community surrounding you, supporting you in what you're praying for. Rise as you are able.
Adonai, seflatei tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, בעזרת שרה.
Please take a moment for your own personal reflection. place. I call to you, God. God, you answer from a place of expansiveness. This is another prayer that is said actually on holidays, specifically on special days during the year, in a service called Hallel, a service of praise. And we say that all throughout Pesach. And with that, we're going to pray for healing from hard places. And we ask God to answer from a place of expansiveness, answer from a place of healing. We pray for healing of the spirit, healing of the soul, healing of the mind, healing of the body. And we ask God for the healing of individuals. So a lot of individuals are suffering during this pandemic, during this year of isolation, from illness, physical or mental. We ask God for healing of the world, healing of our society. We saw another mass shooting this week, and we ask God for healing from this violence. Our hearts are continue to be with the Asian community as they're grieving the mass shooting in Atlanta not long ago. And we continue to ask for healing from racism, from xenophobia, and again, from all the violence in our country and our society and our world. And in the Temple Sinai community tonight, we're praying for the healing of these individuals. Karen Matheny, Robin Barenholtz, Avi Haupt, June Zeiner, Jim Zeiner, Jody Kleiman, Gilbert Kleiman, Ronnie Meckler, Allison Santucci, Meredith Fine, Luann Luce, Ben Slavitt, Evelyn Opat, Samantha Kramer, Ann Fenton, Bill Benak, Marjorie Homanoff, Don David ben Ezer Vachaya, Michael ben Bluma Vishmuel, Shoshana bat Moshe Ubella, Shoshana bat Chana Umeir, Pinchas ben Miriam, Davida Emanuela bat Yechezkel Ephraim, Ephraim ben Malka Rachel, Hanan Ashrei ben Moshe Umiriam, Yaira bat Sarah, Chaya Sheva bat Bela, Leora Maya bat Devorah Leah Umedad Dani, Shmuel ben Leib, and please add others in the chat for whom you're praying for this evening. And we'll use Debbie Friedman's melody to pray for healing for all of those in our lives. We wish all those names said aloud, said in the chat, or said in our hearts, we wish Shlema a complete healing. So this evening, as I mentioned, Tom, our bar mitzvah, is gonna read the story of the Exodus, the story of crossing the Red Sea tomorrow. We go back into that story. And so I want you to take a moment to picture this. The Israelites having just rushed out of Egypt, are tired, hungry, scared, and a whole host of other emotions. As they continue their journey, they come upon the Red Sea and camp there, not knowing where to go next. They turn around, and behold, the Egyptian army is coming after them. They are not safe, and they have nowhere to turn, so they begin to quarrel, to cry out, and to complain. Moses, not knowing what to do, seeks advice from God, who responds that they just need to go forward into the sea, to take a leap of faith, and it will split for them. Despite all our efforts on Passover, perhaps we struggle to literally picture ourselves at the edge of the Red Sea, being pursued by the large Egyptian army. However, I imagine that many of us have faced experiences where we are completely stuck, feeling like we have no way forward, or we have needed to make decisions that require an enormous leap of faith, a journey into the unknown. So how do we move forward from this place when we, like the Israelites, feel so scared, so unsure? The Midrashic tradition tells us that there was a quarrel about who would be the first to walk into the sea, with each tribe insisting it would not be them. They quarreled for so long that Nachshon ben Aminadav walked into the sea on his own, and according to the Midrash, began to almost drown before the sea opened up and saved him. The text continues, telling us that the waters became a wall on either side of him, and Moses directed the rest of Bnei Israel, the Israelite people, forward. From here, we learn that sometimes all we can do is step forward and continue stepping forward, putting one foot in front of the other before the path is completely clear. And the Israelites cross safely on dry land and turn around to witness the sea closing on the Egyptians, drowning all those that are following them and creating a barrier between the land of slavery and the land of freedom. Again, put yourself in their shoes for a moment. Imagine how you would be feeling. Fear and anxiety about all the unknown, utter shock at the natural miracles you just witnessed, extreme gratitude for being alive and free, confusion, joy, sadness. And so how do we react? How do we move forward? Sometimes there are moments in time that are so intense, so momentous, that the only way to truly capture them is through poetry, through song, through feeling, and not just through words. The Song of the Sea that we read as we conclude Passover is just this moment. The emotion and excitement held in those first steps of freedom, intermingled with the regret, the despair, and the fear of what they left behind and what is to come, can only be experienced through Shirat Hayam, through the poetry and the melody of the Song of the Sea. The poetry opens us up, allows us to feel what we need to move, to dance. It allows the community to unite, to feel together, to sing together, communally, something we so desperately miss right now, to dance together, to experience safety together, and even to celebrate together. Song and dance, poetry encourage us to be in the moment, even briefly, and not to worry about the past or what the future holds. And from this moment of celebration, of unity, of song, we can then take our next steps in continuing our journey through the unknown, but with a greater sense of support and security. Just like the Israelites, we can and we must continue to march forward even amidst the hardship, allowing ourselves to reach the moments, the joyous ones and the painful ones that change us, allow us to grow and to succeed. Youth Poet Laureate Amanda Gorman shared just about a month and a half ago at President Biden's inauguration, perhaps a contemporary version of the Song of the Sea. She writes, We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be. A country that is bruised but whole, benevolent but bold, fierce and free. We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burdens. But one thing is certain: if we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy and change our children's birthright. So let us leave behind a country better than the one we are left with. Every breath from my bronze-pounded chest, we will raise this wounded world into a wondrous one. I love those words. We are indeed bruised, but we will continue to walk forward, putting one foot in front of the next and allowing ourselves to sing and dance when the time calls. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach. We're going to continue in our service with the Aleinu prayer, the prayer engaging us, the prayer challenging us to imagine the world we want to see, to imagine the world created through repair, through in the image of the divine.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. על כן נקווה לך אדוני אלוהינו לראות מהרה בתפארת עוזך, לתקן עולם במלכות שדי. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We have a special treat. It's our custom at Temple Sinai, in the Jewish world in general, and at Temple Sinai on Friday evenings when we gather together to pray. We count the Omer. So counting the Omer begins on the second evening of Pesach, and it goes to the holiday of Shavuot. And it was, the Omer literally are these Omers of wheat that were counted leading up to the harvest festival, which is Shavuot, the holiday of Shavuot, coming this year. It's celebrated in May, but it usually comes in May or in June, and we count up to it. And Shavuot also is the holiday where where the rabbis say we receive the Torah. It's the moment marking revelation, this entering into a covenant with God. And so it's often incredible to think about Passover as this moment of being freed from slavery, this moment of really coming together as an Israelite people, as a Jewish people. And then as soon as that happens, we start counting up towards this moment of entering into relationship with the divine. And so as we go daily, we count the Omer daily. Again, it's our tradition at Temple Sinai to just count when we gather for Friday evening services. So tonight marks the sixth night of the Omer. So we will count that. But first, we have a melody to share with you. Leah and Yoni, I'll turn it over to you.
Yes, we're going to sing the blessing for counting the Omer. Hashem yichud kuchabrichu shchinteh hineni muchan umezuman lekayem mitzvat aseh Hashem yichud kuchabrichu shchinteh הנני מוכן ומזומן לקיים מצוות העשה של ספירת העומר של ספירת העומר של ספירת העומר של ספירת העומר שבע שבת Shabbatot תמימות תהיינה
And we say together, Hayom Shisha Yamim LaOmer. Today is 6 days of the Omer. So we'll turn now to the mourner's Kaddish. We remember all those in our community whose yortzites were observing this week, those who have passed away in this week in the Jewish calendar in previous years, and also those who have passed away more recently. In the Temple Sinai community, we're remembering Jean Alexandrovich, Margot Baker, Ida Leifer Berry, Sonia Burness, Zev Kaplan, Bernice Cohen, Charles Fine, Augusta Strauss Goodman, Joseph Greenberg, Philip Greenberg, Sarah Greenblatt, Jack Hughes, Hannah Lennox Kahn, Abraham Kaminsky, Ann Kibrick, Roy Kisliuk, Phyllis Kaminsky, Ann Lager, Robert Miles Miller, Samuel Orenberg, Bill Roth, Grace Adek, Alfred Simon, Joan Sloan. And in the past 30 days, we're remembering Ida Sanders, the aunt of Dina and Michael Blau. And Dina and Michael, we offer you and your family condolences. And please name others who you're remembering in the chat. And we say Zichronam Livracha, May all their memories be a blessing. And please rise as you are able and join me in reciting the mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'kadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divar chirtei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulmei olmaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'pa'ar v'tramam v'naseh, v'tadar v'taleh v'talal, shemei dekudasha brichu. Le'elam im kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. Again, may all their memories be a blessing. I'll turn now to Temple President Charlie Homer for some announcements. Charlie, I need to find you. There we go.
All right. Shabbat Shalom. Well, thank you so much, Rabbi Stein. Thank you for highlighting the importance of poetry and song in helping us deal with complex situations where we feel such mixed emotions. And I was thinking throughout our service how fortunate we are at Temple Sinai to have such beautiful song and music from Leah and Yoni that in a very difficult situation is giving us strength and bringing us together. So thank you so much. Please join us afterwards for the Oneg, and the link for the virtual Oneg is already in the chat. Tomorrow morning, there is Yizkor service for the 7th day of Passover. That'll be early at 9 a.m., followed, of course, by Shabbat services celebrating the Bar Mitzvah of Tom, as you've heard. I also want to encourage everyone, we are in the midst of a listening session at the temple for reimagining what the future of our temple will be. The dates for those events are on the temple website, and I encourage you, if you haven't participated or even if you have, to please look those up, and we very much want to hear your voice. Tomorrow evening, for those of you who are not so much the young at heart, but those of you who are truly young, that is those who are in the 20s and 30s, there will be an adult trivia night, and that'll be at 6 p.m. On Sunday, Nora Abrahammer, our immediate past president, will be starting her two-part learning session on surviving the Holocaust and building lives. It'll be Hope, Courage, and Her Mother's Diary. And I'm sure it'll be an incredibly moving and illuminating session. I also want to mention that on Sunday, there'll be Katantan for 3- and 4-year-olds. So those of you who have children who are those age or know people who might be interested, encourage you to invite them. It's usually a wonderful experience and a great way for people to get to know Temple Sinai. Also on Sunday at 11:10 p.m. is a session on mindfulness and Jewish values, adult learning, from Neil Matenko, and invite you for that. We have a lot this week. Sorry, I'll try to keep moving. But on Tuesday evening, we have Let's Talk About Emotional Wellness. That'll be from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m., which will be hosted by our Temple Sinai Mental Health Task Force. I also want to mention that this week you'll have the opportunity to see the film Madame Rosa. You have the opportunity to see that film during the week, and then there'll be discussion the following week on Tuesday evening. And advance notice on Friday, April 16th, our Shabbat service will have Jordan Berg Powers, who's Executive Director of the Alliance, who will speak to us on racial justice. I want to just have people mark that on your calendars to be sure to join us that Friday evening. So thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
Great, thank you so much, Charlie. And yes, a lot is going on. Please make sure to keep up to date in the Sinai update and on the website. And before we go to Kiddush, we're gonna sing. We want our community to bless one another. We want to all be blessed and to bless one another, as has become our custom at Temple Sinai. So we'll all say the priestly blessing. And again, I invite you to raise your hands like the ancient priests did. Again, on the Zoom screen, there's an element of connecting. You could even connect your hands to those in the boxes next to you if you want, and really think about looking at the screen, looking at the whole community, and both giving and receiving this blessing. May God bless you and protect you. May God shine light upon you and be good to you. May God look upon you with favor and bless you with shalom. So it's my privilege to invite Tom Pearl Olschwang up once more to recite the Kiddush. Again, Mazal Tov to you, Tom, and we're so excited to celebrate your bar mitzvah. Oh, you guys.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן.
אמן.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל עם, ורוממנו מכל לשון, וקידשנו במצוותיו. ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה, שבתות למנוחה ומועדים לשמחה, חגים וזמנים צאן. את יום השבת הזה ואת יום חג המצות הזה, זמן חירותנו מקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ומועדי קודשך באהבה וברצון, בשמחה ובששון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת בישראל והזמים. לחיים.
And I apologize for the tease on the screen, but we'll recite Hamotzi actually with our matzah. If anyone has matzah at home or any other form, we can say Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Chag sameach. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Chag
Shalom,
Sameach.
Chag Sameach. And again, thank you to Yoni and Leah. And feel free to join the Oneg in the chat. And again, Mazel Tov to you, Tom. Shabbat Shalom.